How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. I wash Brutus, my Branson. You guys wash your tractors? I think I actually wash my tractor more than I wash my truck, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. The John Deere 310 is a work in progress for those of you who've been following the series and stuff, and it's been a pretty interesting project, to say the least. So what we're going to do in this video is we're actually going to take off the turbo, we're going to take off the exhaust manifold so that we can get to the fuel injectors. In this video, all we're going to do is take the stuff apart. Then Brandel's going to come over, the Hamiltonville Farm Master Mechanic, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to bleed the system. We'll put a little stopper in the turbo port there and then try to bleed the system while the exhaust manifold is off and see if we can get pressure through there. I'm assuming we're going to take out the fuel injectors, go have them cleaned. Might as well. I've got everything taken off, right? So I might as well go get those cleaned up. And then we're probably going to end up timing the fuel pump at some point or getting a new or rebuilt fuel pump. I've been talking to a guy in Alabama that's got one. So I might end up going and getting that from him. And maybe that will solve all our problems. I don't know. So the next video, we're going to bleed it and we're going to try some fuel pump stuff. In this video, we're going to disassemble it and get everything ready for that process. All right, let's get started. We're going to take off this exhaust manifold and probably, first of all, we'll probably take off the exhaust up there, the muffler. Go ahead and get it off. And then maybe if I take off the exhaust manifold, I can just kind of move things around without having to disassemble anything. And then I can reach the injectors that way. So that's going to be first on the list, is to get this muffler and stack taken off here. Looks like I've got to simply remove this bolt here or loosen this bolt up for this part, and the same thing down here for this one, and that should come out. Let's see if there's one down here too. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe this bracket. So it looks like it's 3 bolts that are holding on the muffler there, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So let me go ahead and get working on that. I don't know if this needs any penetrating oil, but I'm going to put some on it. Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we go live. And we have a lot of discussions about how to do projects around here. Man, if you're bored on a Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central, why don't you come give us a look and check us out, because we have some good conversations about how to fix stuff around here at Hamiltonville Farm with a lot of smart people. The easiest one to reach is a 5/8. Might need some leverage here. All right, hold on, let me get a bigger hammer. Let's try this. This is a part of an old PTO shaft that I cut off. Let's see if we can get busted loose here. Oh yeah. Leverage. It's a beautiful thing. And even the back's not turning, so that's even better. Leverage. How about that? Okay, go here. And take this one off. And I think this will help with the, what I should do is I should see if I can move that right quick and just put that bolt back in it, but that doesn't appear like it's gonna move. So let me get my magnetic case out over here. I never really started using these things until I was an adult. I never used them when I was like in high school shop class or anything, but man, they're handy. All right, let's see what this next one is. I definitely need a socket for that. I might need some leverage. Oh, no, that one came off. What about that? How lucky is that? Get me an extension. Let's see. What's up with that? Yeah, I really like this project so far because I've learned a lot about engines and I've learned a lot about the process and stuff like that. So it's really cool, and I've really learned a lot from you guys helping me on the journey. Let me make sure it ain't spinning on this other side here. Oh no, it's flanged so that it doesn't do that. But I think old Tommy's gonna be super happy when we get this thing cranked up, because he'll use it to make money with, and that's the important part. You know, taking care of family and stuff. Let's do the one up top and then try to break this thing loose. That one was easy too. It's good when they come off easy. I should be well nice and loose. Now I gotta get this stuff off there. Let's try to get it off, you want to? Let's see. We can get this all, shimmy this off a little bit. I think it's moving. I feel like it is. Yeah, there it goes. All right. So the stack is off. So that's step one. And now I'll figure out how to take this part off here. Looks like there's a couple more bolts I need to get to in the back. Couldn't be that easy with just 3 bolts, could it? It's wiggling. Let's see if we don't have to take this off. Might have to, but let's see if we can do it without it. Doesn't appear to be so. What's it getting caught on here? It's got to slide this toward me. I don't think it's has to come all the way out. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I don't. It's just slide. There you go. All right, let's take this muffler off. You want to? Ow. Aggravating having to climb on top of, behind. Perfect. There you go. Muffler's off. Getting closer to accessing those fuel injectors. I think what I can do now is take this hose off this turbo and this line off the turbo and probably that connection there, and then lift that whole, after I get the exhaust manifold taken off, lift that whole assembly and not have to worry about anything else. So let's get that thing taken off. Take this bad boy off right here, maybe. I need some line wrenches, you know what I mean? That'd be probably pretty good. I don't know if that's locking that. Oh, no, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. All right. Okay, now I'll just take off this air hose here. Let me see if I can pry this off. Oh yeah, it's gonna come off easy. How about that, y'all? How about this stuff coming off easy? I must be living right, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm living right or not because this thing won't crank, right? All right, so there's that. There's a tube that runs south of here. So all I gotta do now is figure out, it should get out of that tube. There's probably a hose clamp down in here. Oh, I see it. I see it at the bottom of this is a bolt I've got to take loose. It's like a double clamped. How you doing? So I will get to that here in a sec. These two little bolt-on how you doings right here are 7/16. See if I can get them off. I hope this is just plug and play stuff because as opposed to having to time it like we had to do the fuel pump. If there's a procedure for taking this off the correct way, I did not follow it, which, you know, I hope doesn't come back to bite me in the rear. All right, looks like she's about ready to come off. Or, well, after we take off the exhaust manifold. But I think I should be able just to leave that on there until I get the manifold off, and then it'll slide out that way. That would be my assumption. Of course, I have been known to be wrong before. Or as the saying goes, you know, I ain't never been wrong, but there's been a time or two I ain't been right. Maybe it slides down. Yeah, there we go. We'll just slide it on down. There you go. Okay, let's take the exhaust manifold off. I don't think there's nothing else holding it on, but the bolts to the actual manifold that goes into the side of the block there. These are the bolts I'm gonna take off here. 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts, and that thing should come off. Of course, it may or may not, right? Those are 15mm. What's the torque spec for these things, I wonder? I'll have to look at it before we put them back on. That one turned a little bit. I'll get the breaker bar out here in a sec. Maybe I won't use an extension either. Probably gonna need a new exhaust manifold gasket. Come on, babe. One more. All right. They're all broke loose. So far, it's been relatively easy until I get to the parts where Rats. Till I get to the parts where I can't use my tools. Once you get them broke loose though, they're super easy to come out. Maybe I should put one of these back in here. I don't know if it's gonna fall down or not. I can't do nothing left-handed. Y'all got that problem? Evidently I can't do nothing right-handed either. Yeah, look at that. This thing's just gonna fall right off. Probably need to be prepared for that. Let me run this back up in here. Come on, babe. That's gotta be out of there. All right, let's take this thing off. All right, here we go. It's coming off, fellas. Maybe. That should be it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta pull that hose off it where that turbo is. Maybe I can just lean it out of the way. Yeah, I can probably just leave it sitting there and reach all the injectors, but probably need to take it off just to clean it and such. Oh, I gotta take this bolt out. So this bolt on the back goes through a bracket as well. So I took that out. Now it should just slide up. There it goes. All right, looks like it should be free of everything. That thing's a little heavy. The turbo and the exhaust manifold's off. So we got a lot of cleaning to do. I'll have to order a new gasket. I guess that's separate. It's not necessarily a whole gasket, but I'll get new. Clean that up, get all that stuff off there. Try not to get none in the engine here. That's what she looks like. Let me get her cleaned up. Let me stuff some rags in here. Get her cleaned up and then go from there. I got it cleaned so you can see I used this parts degreaser stuff. That stuff I used earlier. It's gunk instant parts degreaser. This is like pressure washer in a can. So just a little more cleaning to do, or a lot more depending on how you look at it. But I'll get all this stuff cleaned up here, and then Branda will come over and we're gonna bleed it from here and then try to crank it. If that don't work, then we will pull them out and get those cleaned, the injectors cleaned. I'm also thinking we might hook up 12 volts directly to this part right here. That might blow my fuel pump up, but I don't know. I think it's already spent, right? I definitely think, I'm leaning toward a timing issue. Stick around for the next video because Branda will be in it and we'll get this thing bled. And who knows, maybe it fires up. I don't know. We'll see what the problem is, right? But there's going to be at least one more follow-up video after this. Maybe that's the one that wins the game for us, right? Anyway, stick around for that one. You guys take care. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one.